Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Installment of Scott Selections here for Monday, August 1st. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the WNBA with the Aces minus 16 and minus 110 on Bet Online. We laid a huge number with a road team in women's basketball, and we cashed. And the game went the exact way that I thought it would. The Fever were missing their best player. They were already the worst team in the league, and they got blown out from start to finish. Vegas led by 12, I believe, at halftime, then led by 30-plus points midway through the fourth quarter, and eventually won by 25. So nice winner for us. Look for another winner here on Monday. But for today's play of the day, we're going to pivot once again, talking about some men's tennis, as there is a matchup taking place in America in the City Open, which is going to be taking place on Monday throughout the next week or so. And for this actual matchup, we're going to be looking at the late matchup taking place at around 5:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Might be a little bit later because it is the last match, so keep in mind that if some matches go long, this one might start maybe an hour or so later. But it's going to be in a matchup between Gojowczyk and Paire. And for this matchup, we like Gojowczyk minus 1.5 games at minus 130 on DraftKings. Time recording of 1:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like Gojowczyk in this matchup. First reason, Benoit Paire. And if you follow tennis, you know about him. If you do not, well, I got a story for you because he is the biggest quitter on the entire tour. Benoit Paire has lost each of his last 7 singles matches, and if you look at his career for the last several years, he's been known to provide, let's just say, minimal effort in pursuits of paychecks. And when he is not exactly happy to be at a venue, he's not afraid to get blown out, pun sets, and lose handily. And I do think as a result, Gojowczyk should be favored by a lot more in this match. Now, Benoit Paire, I mentioned, has lost 7 matches in a row. He's also failed to cover the plus 1.5 games in each of those 7 matches, whether it's 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. If you want to look at the recent results in particular, he played in Atlanta last week, lost to Brooksby 6-1, 6-3, 6-1, played against Yemmer before that in Gstaad, lost 6-2, 2-0. He actually withdrew. Go before that, it's a lot of really ugly numbers for Benoit Paire. And if you want to look at his numbers on hard court over the past year, he's been atrocious. In the last 52 months, Paire is 9-18 straight up on hard courts, and Gojowczyk has actually been playing a decent amount of hard courts recently because unlike Benoit Paire, he actually did manage to win a couple of matches in Atlanta last week, ended up beating Escobedo in 3 sets, covered the 1.5 there, beat Steve Johnson in straight sets in the second round, and then lost to Manarino in the third round. But the point is, Gojowczyk has already made the transition from clay court or grass to hard courts. Paire, whether he's on grass, whether he's on clay, whether he's on hard court, the effort level is non-existent at this point in his career. He's taken several leave of absences for long periods of time because he really does not like the sport of tennis, and he doesn't exactly enjoy it. So I do think with only laying 1.5 games here, with a player who, worst case scenario, will be more motivated and actually, I'd say, prideful to be there, I do think you have a lot of value. Now, I do want to put a little bit of a notice on this play because there is a chance that Paire might just quit midway through, and if he does withdraw, then the spread gets voided and the money line cashes if you end up getting through one complete set. So I made kind of a pact with myself that I would not go past minus 140 for my plays of the day videos, but for that reason, I'm going to take the games minus 1.5. But if you do want to play it safe and you want to potentially win, if Paire decides to quit entirely in the middle of the match, then you could take Gojowczyk to win on the money line at around minus 148 or so. But I think either way, it should end up cashing. Paire, even if he wins the match, could potentially still not cover the 1.5, which would be crazy. But Paire is very capable of blowing a set 6-0, 6-1 if he really falls behind a break early and decides to punt it. So I do think there's a lot of value here, and I'm going to take it. So play that once again here for Monday, August 1st is going to be on Gojowczyk minus 1.5 games at minus 130 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.